What is this separation of 3D and 5D Earth? So here I'm going to explain you what is this separation really happening on the planet right now. So of course, the call, has, there has been, you can say that there have been waves of calls, waves of roars, you can say, of the divine or of the universe. It's asking to change, before, the event, before, the time is done. There is a time for each and everything. So the time is coming nearer, and there has been call, and there has been very roars and roars, of calling. The mystics are calling, the higher energies are calling, the higher consciousness are calling. And yes, some people have been able to hear it. Some people are there guiding others to hear it. I am here, my this channel is about doing that same thing, that thing of making you hear the call. Okay, making you hear your own self. That's my work here. That's what I do through my videos. I really do some energy work. People who keep coming back and back, people who are, who watch all my videos. They, you feel, you see, the energy work. You can sense the energy work. Okay, there are, you feel something has healed within you, right? That's why you come here back again and again. So that's what I do here. That's what I intend to do here. I intend to, make you hear your own call, because that call is not from outside. That call, you can hear that call from inside. How computers, are connected from insides, you know how they're connected from inside. For example, emails, that email just pops up, from the inside, right, from inside the computer, right? When you share things through Bluetooth, or something like that, it just pops up from inside. Or when computers are connected through wires or cables, you can send and share file. That's how God connects with us. It's not from the outside. It's like one core computer that's divine, and the other are there in the room as well. The other computer as well in the room. So that's exactly how divine works. Okay, so you can hear the divine only from inside. The more you hear yourself, the more you're sensitive towards your own self, the more and more you've retained humanity inside your own self, the more you'll be able to hear him. Okay, others who are, who cannot hear the divine are going to think that I'm really crazy or delusional, and that's going to be fine with me. Not everybody is going to understand what's really happening on the planet right now. So yes, so I'm going to talk about the separation, that separation of 3D and 5D Earth. So let me come back to the real thing. Okay, so what is the separation, that 3D Earth and 5D Earth? So 3D Earth is more ego based, right? People who are programmed certain way, rather than listening to themselves, they have given into the fears, they have given into the prejudices, they have given into the opinions, they've given into the judgments, and they really work from the separation mode. They see others as separate, that that part of themselves, their heart has completely dumped down. You know yeah. Their heart has completely come down. Okay, their heart has completely closed down. And whereas, the 5D Earth, so 5D Earth will be completely based, it will be completely based on soul. You will work not according to your own, small logic, small mental stuff, neither your emotional stuff. It's beyond, it's beyond the emotional and the mental realm. Okay, it's more on energy level, it's more on soul level, it's more, you're more merged with your higher self, you're more merged with your deeper intelligence, you're more merged with your higher self. So if you are somebody who's new to my video and you cannot understand all these big words I'm really trying to say here, you have trouble with these words, gradually you will get to understand what I'm really talking about. You can go and check out my other videos, that I'm a spiritual healer, I'm a spiritual master, and I've done a few videos, I've talked about spirituality. You can just go and have a look, and I'm here to talk about what's really happening on the planet right now. What is the separation, that we are experiencing? Okay, because some people are really entering into the 5D earth, me as well. I am in the process of entering, and have been on the process, I'm still on the process, and it's going on, and of course till the time runs out. And and time is, how everybody started to talk about is going to be end of the world, end of the world, end of the world. And yes, I cannot completely deny some endings, but wherever there is ending, simultaneously there is also a beginning. So we are also entering into a new beginning. Okay. And yeah, and yeah, an ending just seems like an ending. Okay. Yeah. For some it is going to be ending, for some it's going to be a new beginning, and for whom it's going to be an ending will enter. I'm sorry for the interruption in the video. So I was talking about the 3D earth and 5D earth. So yes, the new beginnings are also happening with few certain endings that might happen, right? And but I'm here to show you the 5D earth. I am my work is to show you the 5D earth. My work is to uh bring you into your own essence. Okay, because I have done that work, I know how it goes. I know I have I have crumbled down those illusions. I have, gone out of the matrix. I know how it is and I know how it works. And it's not that I'm still on the path, but I have cleared much of it, very, very much of it. And I'm here to, um, guide you in that process as well, right? So yes, the earth right now has been experiencing this separation, but you're going to see it now very visibly. It has started to come out very visibly. You can really see it very visibly. So yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Really, really, really crazy. It's really crazy to our minds, So yeah. So how can you really enter into the 5D earth? How can so 5D earth is more joy based, is very much based on the present. You are not giving into the fears of the future and working according to that in the present. Rather, you're working, and you're very much in tune with the happiness of the present, and that's how you're working. Okay, you have your other senses activated. You have, when your ego dies, your intuition, your sixth sense, everything just comes up, and you know what to do in life. Your life looks different. You cannot even relate to your old past self yourself. You won't be able to relate to it. You'll be like, what? It was that my past? So yeah, it's like going through deaths, multiple deaths, literally. Coming into the 5D earth was not an easy task. It's like dying like 10 100 deaths altogether. For me it was, but it doesn't have to be for you. uh yeah, we all have, different soul. What do I say? We all have different soul paths, rather, I should say. Some souls, they choose their higher self, it chooses a difficult path for them because they are the ones who will be the guiding light for others. you know they choose to be the guiding light, so they do the more works, they go through more ego deaths. That's how it works. Okay, so yes, so yeah, so you really have to go through some ego deaths, right? And it's really uncomfortable, and you might need guidance. There are a whole lot of masters that are really coming up. You will the masters of the 5D earth, they're really coming up. They're showing up, and whoever you feel the resonance with, whoever you feel can guide you really onto the path, so you can really take their help, really take the guidance, only and only if you resonate. It's just only if you resonate. So yeah, and yeah, because that's exactly how it works. I'll tell you a story, my own story. So I faced a few, obstacles on my path to visit a certain place, that really changed my life forever. So I faced a few obstacles to visit a certain place in my life. Okay, like something or the other would keep happening. I would never visit that place. But when I really did visit that place, I understood why I had to visit that place only then, and why were there obstacles, and who were the really obstacles in my life for stopping me to visit that place. And after visiting place, everything changed for me. So places call you, things call you, people call you. So it's really, you might, that's the difference between 3D and 5D earth. In 3D earth, we think we are the doer, we think we are doing. But in 5D earth, you will see how things are calling you. Sometimes trees call you, sometimes some I really feel that everything is life around us, trees, animals. Sometimes animals carry message. I really believe animal realms carry messages. you know and yeah, it's completely a 5D earth experience. And you don't have to completely believe me. You just have to take your own time. You really don't have to really give me some rigid opinion that she's crazy, or whatever she's saying, she's right. You don't have to get into those extremes. Take your own time, don't rush with anything. And walk your journey, walk your path, and then you will ultimately will know whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. That has always been my way. Being a little skeptic has always been my way, until I really got the clarity from my own soul. So that is what is 5D earth. It's more joy based. It's more, yeah, you are more connected to your own self. And it's, you lived in a more dissolved reality. You work for each other without even knowing that you're working for each other. So in 5D earth, and it has started to show up. Okay, people are really working for each other. You can really see that online. I am also working. I am also part of the 5D earth, and I am moving into the 5D earth more and more. So in 5D earth, there's more dissolved reality. Okay, so we work for each other unknowingly. But in the 3D earth, we all work for those, certain uh, elites. We are working for those. Elites are the name. Some call them elites, some call them, there are various names for them. I don't want to get into those stupid names. But we are working for certain companies. We are working, and those companies are again certainly working for those elites, and these elites will never come in front of you. You have never known their face. You don't know who they are. You will never know who they are. They will always hide behind. They'll always send puppets in front of you. You will never know who they are, really. You know how Britain actually colonized the whole world. Queen Victoria sat in her own throne and sent soldiers. And she said, she really she actually pressurized her soldiers, either you do this or either you don't come back. That were the kind of commands and things that were given to these soldiers, these commanders, right? And they had to do what they had to do. They really had to do the killings, the murders, and all, even rapes. So they did what they had to do, so that their own family can survive back in the Britain. They could send some money back to the Britain. So this is the whole story. That's how things work. They will never show you who their real face is. They're going to send the puppets in front of you. The puppets will be maybe in ways of the puppets will be in the face of companies, in the face of some celebrities or whatever. So they are programmed to be the oppressors, then they further program you to be the suppressors. Okay, so that's how it works. Oppressors, victims, they they program the oppressors, and the oppressors further program the victims. So that is the 3D world. You will work for the elites. You will work for feeding the matrix, and matrix further works for the separation. It's a cycle, and it's really difficult to break the cycle unless and until you have the courage to listen to yourself and you move into the 5D earth. Whereas in the 5D earth, you're more connected to your intuition, you're more connected to your own self. And that's exactly now where you worked in a very dissolved reality. Okay, up you start to experience that. You start to experience a dissolvement. Okay, you start to experience in 5D earth, you start to experience how dissolved your personality should be. You really really work for each other. You work in coexistence, and that's the 5D earth. So yes. And in some way or the others, everyone, I know it feels like a choice, but more than a choice, I mean, people already have their inclinations. Come on, can't we see that yet? People who are coming to my channel, who are really listening to me, I think you're really finding something. I think you really know that something is really, really happening. So that's why you're coming, right? So I think we all already have our inclinations, where we have, wherever you are, wherever inclinations are, you're most likely to stay in those inclinations. And of course, exceptions exist. And I wish exceptions exist and we get, the more and more people we choose the 5D earth, So, yes, inclinations always exist and they are existing, and the waves, the roar is going to get more and more bolder, and, the change is coming. The waves are really coming. I am so excited for the 5D. Feels like a dream come true. I ever saw. I don't know, it just feels like that. Thank you for coming and watching this video. I will get up more and more content for this world, for this topic. I will get, yeah, I'll talk about it more and more. I am already talking about spirituality a lot, and yes, if you feel resonate, please like and share the video. You can also comment down below if you have any questions you want to ask, around spirituality, around life, because spirituality is equal to life and life is equal to spirituality. There is nothing that escapes out of spirituality. Doesn't mean just meditation. Spirituality is each and everything. If it has something to do with your relationships, it has something to do with your addictions, it has something to do with anything in your life, it has something to do with food, anything. You feel free to ask, because like anything and everything is spirituality at the end of the day. So yeah, thank you for watching the video.